Let's continue with localization. Store listing localization in A/B testing. The store listing localization can go a long way. You can translate the title, subtitle, description, video, icon and screenshots. Sometimes users from specific countries might end up liking the English version of an image or a title better than their own language. It might just have a better style or looks. What is important is that you run a localized A/B test on it using the English version to make sure you're not just mindlessly assuming that because something is localized it is better. This is especially important with images, icon, banner and screenshot, since you will most likely localize most text to compete on different localized keywords. And most likely the local language is indeed much better for the local user. Images are more visually rich, which is why it's not good to assume which is better, and the best way is to let the A/B test determine it. In-app localization. A full proper localization has to include, of course, in-app localization. Meaning translating any text placements in the app, titles, buttons, messages and more. This is vital, of course, as it will increase your users' engagement, average session time, popularity and positive reviews, and decrease user frustrations. In order to detect the user language, you can simply ask him by using a language selection screen upon first activation of the app. However, personally I prefer to do it automatically by detecting the user's operating system language which they chose. That way I save both of us some effort that the developer doesn't need to have a widget or a screen for this, and the user doesn't need to have another annoying question before he starts using the app. In both iOS and Android, you can easily detect the system's localization language. Localized push notifications. To have a complete localization, you better have the push notifications localized as well. To do that, we need to save the user's language as soon as he chooses it or as soon as the app automatically detects it. We are going to save it in the database so the server side will know which localization to use in case of a push notification, and it will naturally bring us better click-through results. Also in translations. The keyword competition is done by countries and languages, therefore when you localize the different text fields such as title, subtitle and description, you also compete on new keywords. And it is recommended to make a list of the words you want to compete on and make sure that your translator will include them where you want them to be and the number of times they need to appear in the description, for instance. It is of course recommended to track the localized keywords by country in your ASO tools, just like we did with the English ones.